How you doing?
Yeah, hello, mate. You okay?
I'm good, man. How you?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Good. Take that off.
You in space?
But I'm trying to be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just one
It's
moment.
different, isn't it? It's either space or a beach background, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a space background. I like the
But
look of it, so I thought, you know what, I'll just put that behind
yeah,
me today. What the hell?
yeah. But the Grand Canyon, isn't it, as well? That's another one.
It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, very well. Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh, really appreciate you joining me, Junior.
No,
Thanks,
it's
mate.
a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, excellent stuff. So have you had a good week then?
Yeah, so far it's been good. Very good. I can't complain. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, can't complain. Been back in with the British Collective, so we've been starting some new projects, so that's great.
yeah,
And
yeah,
working with David Grant and
yeah,
Paul Kennedy. So we've been working together as well, doing some stuff.
yeah,
That's been going well. We're putting out an EP for albums called the Funk Soul Brothers, and we're putting out an
yeah.
EP in April.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that's
You've
going on.
got your band with Omar as well, haven't you?
That's right. Myself, Omar, and Donny. That's the British Collective. So that's the other band as well.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got the two running concurrently.
Pretty much parallel, but you know,
Yeah,
there's completely different in style and what we're
yeah,
doing. So I
yeah,
enjoy the fact that I can jump from one to the other.
yeah. I was playing the British Collective album from 2016. It's dead good, isn't it? Yeah, really
Thank
enjoying
you
that.
very much, man.
Yeah,
Thank you. We um we needed to make a new album and we kept saying it for years, but what was happening was every time we'd say we're going to lock out time to be able to make an album,
yeah,
it
yeah,
turns around that we can't make the bloody album because Omar's off somewhere, Junior's off somewhere, Donny was
yeah,
off somewhere, but
yeah,
because he was
yeah,
with Peter Gabriel. So it's been a
yeah.
bit like that. We've been trying, but this year we made a concerted effort and started 2 weeks ago. So we're
Oh,
in the
brilliant.
bag.
Yeah.
We'll have something in the summer and an album out by the end of the year.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Because Omar's into his Mai Tai as well, isn't he? I see.
Yes, he's into his
Yeah,
little Mai Tai and whatever else that kid's into.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
good.
Doing his own solo shows too. Yeah, he's
A
in
lot of solo
Stockport
shows.
in the summer.
Yeah, he does a lot of solo stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But might try and get a ticket for when he's up here. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when he comes up to Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Have a bit of that. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay, mate. I'll just start with a brief introduction to yourself, if you don't
Go for
mind.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Junior Giscombe is a British pop R&B artist who shot to fame in 1982 with Mama Used to Say. He has since remained active in the industry for over 4 decades. So, first question, it could be quite an obvious one, but how did you get the name Junior?
Mum and dad, last boy, um, they decided that was it after me. There was seven before me, boys and
Yeah,
girls. So
yeah, what motivate?
in
Yeah,
the last one, they called me Junior, and it just stuck. That was my name,
yeah,
Junior. Yeah.
yeah. There was a lot going on in that house then, wasn't there?
And well, it was a bit mad at the time. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all over the
geez,
place, but it was fun. A lot of fun.
motivate. Yeah, yeah. All got on with your siblings. Yeah,
Yeah, we were all. I
yeah,
mean, you always have your ups and your downs with your siblings. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
I had a sister. I couldn't stand her for a while, and then back again when then
yeah,
we're good, and then I can't stand her. So
yeah,
we always had that kind of I love hate kind of like relationship.
yeah,
Unfortunately, she's not here now, but
yeah,
when she was, that's how it was. But it was great just growing up with everybody and just
yeah,
learning learning your place within this household.
yeah.
Being the
Bit in the
youngest.
hierarchy, isn't it? Yeah,
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 me,
yeah,
big
yeah,
brother. All
yeah,
of the girls, four girls, three
yeah,
boys. So,
yeah,
just being the youngest was
yeah,
cool, to be quite honest, because by the time
yeah,
mum and dad got to me in terms of discipline and stuff, they couldn't be bothered. So,
yeah, yeah. Left you to your own devices. Yeah,
well, they allowed me. Always
yeah,
put it down to, they allowed me to continue to be me, opposed to trying to, sometimes your parents want to switch you around and change you into being something that they perceive that you should be. And I get that. I get that because I'm a parent and I do get it. So when, I kind of looked at it that I didn't want to go down the routes that my mum and dad wanted me to go down. So I did what we all do. They wanted me to go to college, so I went to college. I got my City and Guilds in computer programming, so I did what you wanted. Say that kind of thing. I got the paper, I did what you wanted, and then I went on. And then I went on. I thought, right, that's cool. I've done what you want. Now I'm going to do me. I was, what, 17? Yeah, and I just decided that was it. I was going to throw myself into music.
Yeah, get into creative mode then,
Yeah, because I was never a computer fan. When it first came in and first started up, the binary 0011, this, that, and Antara game, right? I hated it, but I was good at it.
It must have been much harder back then because they weren't readily available, were they? Like they are now.
I mean, like back then, computers were just coming in, really. So I'm talking like in the 70s, they were the big reels and big stacks and all that kind of stuff. Right?
The photocopiers were massive, weren't they, with big levers?
That's right.
Printing machines,
Printing machines. It was incredible back when you think about it back then to now. But it was. I did it because, as I said, I did it because my mum and dad wanted me to have a piece of paper that said I achieved something.
That's fair, isn't it? Yeah.
So I achieved that and went on. Just decided that thank you very much, but I'm going to do me now.
Yeah. Done the academic stuff, but I want to do my passion now.
Yeah, I think the academics was great, you know what I mean? But I just love the creative. I loved being able to write songs, be a part of the song, arrange vocals, arrange drumming, this part. And I just enjoyed music. And that was the catalyst. I just loved music.
Music obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that at that time in my life, yes, it was just a pure obsession. I'd go to every gig that came in. I'd go and listen to anybody.
You go to St.
Oh, I see everybody from the 𝚑𝚘𝚖𝚋, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Jackson 5, the Jackson.
Oh, stop it.
Luther Vandross, Prince.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, Christ. You name it, pretty much Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker. I went and saw everybody. If they came to England,
they're huge names, aren't they?
James Brown. Sorry?
They're the creme de la creme, aren't they?
Yeah, but a lot of these bands, Maze as well, a lot of these bands they weren't really hugely successful in the UK. It was more of an underground thing.
Yeah.
So when I was going gigs, it was like, if I went to a Cameo gig, it was sold out. But who knew Cameo other than, those 3,000 people?
Not until the mid-80s they didn't, did they? I don't think.
Sorry?
Not until Word Up.
Yeah, Word Up was when everybody was, oh, right, who's that band? But, going all the way back, hanging downtown, stuff like that, She's Strange.
You have to do your digging, didn't you? Do you investigate and get the vinyl in the record shop?
For us, we had a shop in where, not too far from where I lived in Clapham. There was a shopping place called Ballon, and Record Corner it was called, and it used to get all the imported records in. So when I was about 14, 15, I used to go there, and it was £3 for an import, and I'd play all kinds of different games just to win money to be able to go down the record shop to get a record.
Yeah.
That
was everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, vinyl junkie I was, still am.
Yeah, I am now, yeah.
Yeah, vinyl junkie, I know. I can imagine.
We're on the subject, mate, yeah. There you go. Yeah. And it's got a HMV sticker on it as well.
Exactly. God, yeah.
£3.99.
Nice.
But I paid a bit more for it than that. I paid about 20 quid, I think.
I'm flipping up. And that was what I called it. I mean, we're talking 40 odd years ago now. So that's just incredible.
Yeah. I'm going to get some of your more other albums on vinyl, like Acquired Taste. I'm going to get that soon as well.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a good album.
I enjoyed making Acquired Taste. I'd just gotten to the place in my career whereby I realized that like my music was not going to be like anybody else's. It was like, this is Junior. And Acquired Taste, pretty much I gave it the title because of that way of thinking at the time.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, because Richard's album was called You'll Love to Hate This, wasn't it? As well. Did you have any input in that title?
No, that was purely him. That was purely him. You'd love to hate this. Sorry?
I thought there might have been a connection because they're both pretty tongue-in-cheek, aren't they?
It got to be. I think it's a family thing. So we're pretty much that way inclined. We take the mick out of one another. So so it's a bit like, both of us, and Nadine as well. Nadine Marshall, she's an actress. She's my niece, and she's the same thing as well. She's got that kind of mindset, tongue-in-cheek, everything. We're crazy like.
Flow through that family then, don't we?
Yeah, I think the arts is what we were all about. I think after I showed that it was possible to do it and succeed.
So do you think you'll be doing this for the rest of your life then? Because you've been active the whole time, haven't you? Since 82?
Yeah, pretty much. I've not sat down. I think what it is that I enjoy live work, because then you're seeing the family, I call them, all your fans and all of those people. So I really enjoy that part of being in the industry. I love to write and produce and record. I love all of that. But going on stage and being in front of those people and rocking the house and seeing them, come on.
Enjoy,
There's nothing beats it. If you're an artist, I don't know any artist who will tell you any different. I think every artist will tell you that their whole drive is to be on stage. You can lose yourself in an hour and a half, right? And that's what you want to do. You just want to completely come out of whatever shell it is and just blossom.
I saw you on Jools Holland's Hoop Nanny, and you still got it, haven't you?
Thank you very much.
Still in the crowd.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, it was really good. That's only from a few years back, isn't it?
Yeah, what was that? About 2-3 years now, something like that. But it was good fun.
Michael Bublé seemed to be enjoying it.
Oh yeah. He got off on it, and Noel Rodgers as well. Both of them were like, "Ooh, okay, Junior."
It was a good night. I want to get to Mama Used to Say. So, what does that song mean to you personally? Because it's one of my favorite 80s songs.
Thank you. That song, I tell you, that song was basically my mum. My mum basically told me the lyrics to that song, because she'd always been telling me, "You're rushing to get old. I'm 16 and I want to be 18. I'm 18, I want to be 21. I'm 21, I want to be." And when I got to 22, I was working in a shop doing shoes, handmade shoes and stuff. A heel bar at that time. And this girl walked in, stunning. So I'm starting to talk to the girl. And I turned and I asked her her age, and she said that she was 18. So I thought, if I tell her I'm 22, it might sound like if I'm too old. So I dropped my age to 20. But I couldn't stop laughing. So when I came home, I told my mum what happened and, what I'd done. And she started laughing, and she pointed, "I told you not to rush to get old. I told you."
It was a light bulb went off, Junior.
Yeah, it was basically what she said. It just made me laugh, and it made me realize that like a lot of us do exactly that. We're always rushing to get old. We're rushing to get to these numbers.
Not now. We're not.
Well, not now. Back then we were. Trust me. Back then everybody was like, you want to go and see a film, and it's like, the next film was 16, and you'd be 13. Dressed to the nines, trying to get in. So that was that period for me. So the song means a hell of a lot because it's my mother's song. She basically wrote that. So
Sentimental value. Yeah,
that's always held a point. It's like it's
yeah,
always stayed in my life, and it's always held a strong part within my life.
yeah. I think it's aged remarkably well, hasn't it? The track, like it comes on radio too, even
Yeah,
now, and I love it.
I mean, it's incredible. What's it? 45 years this year. It is July. It's just it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Like after all this time, it still gets played like a regular
yeah,
track.
yeah,
Do you know, it's one of those. I'm incredibly grateful, right, to those that played it initially, and then for it to seep in and become like a classic for people. That's monstrous,
yeah.
man.
It is a classic. Yeah, undoubtedly. Yeah,
I remember a good few years back, it was the most played. Well, when I say a good few years back, about 10 years ago now, it was still the most played record on American radio on Mother's Day, and that was like it
yeah.
for 20 odd years. It was like, and I'm just
Oh, that's
amazed.
an achievement, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just amazed that that record would be.
Yeah,
It's like what's it? The third most played record with the word "mama" in it in the world and stuff.
yeah,
It's
all right, yeah,
so much just broken records going along.
yeah,
Incredible.
yeah. I wonder what the other ones are. Then Mama told me not to come. Yeah,
Mama told me not to come.
yeah, yeah. Mama, Spice Girls. I can't think of any others.
Yeah, that's it. The Spice Girls one. I
Yeah,
think there's a few others, right, with Mama
yeah.
in it.
Mama,
Yeah,
we're all crazy now. Slade.
there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Reeling them off now.
You got it all in your head now. Here it comes.
Yeah. It's recognisable from its intro as well. It's got the lovely intro to it, hasn't it?
I think that was also something that we wanted. Everything about making that record was about trying to do something different. It wasn't trying to do what was happening at the time.
Yeah,
We wanted to, I wanted a Nile Rodgers kind of like guitar thing going on.
oh,
Bob
yeah,
couldn't play it, so what we got was the rock like,
yeah, yeah,
and we went there. And it was
yeah,
more us, it was more English, it was more British, it was the sound of the drums,
yeah,
even the drumming, right? It wasn't straight R&B drumming. It was more from
yeah,
a rock perspective on drumming. So
yeah,
we were mixing R&B with English music. And that I
yeah,
think that was the thing that we found. That was the exciting part of it. Was that
yeah.
like,
Keep it British at the end of the
yeah,
day. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was like
yeah,
we can compete, we can do this playing our
yeah,
music, and people in America will love it just as much as the people around the world will.
yeah. But there was an explosion of black British R&B artists in the early 80s, like Imagination and Lynx, Beggar and
Hmm.
Co. So what was that scene like to be a part of?
Oh, mate, that was a revolution, mate. It really was a revolution.
Yeah,
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 it was. Everybody got to know everybody. I'm South London, and some of them guys are like East and North London. But we all heard of one another, and we
yeah.
checked out one
All
another and stuff.
intertwined. Yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, I was at that time when it was beginning to break through. I was in a band called Atlantis, and like the guitarist was a guy called Paul Gendler, who went on to play for Modern Romance. And then there was
yeah,
George Anderson, who was the bass player, who went on to become, well, been with Shack Attack ever since, right?
yeah, yeah,
So we were a band that, like, everybody went off to do good things out of the band.
yeah. They all made it.
Yeah, but we were like at that time, everybody wanted to do jazz funk because they were
Yeah,
listening to a lot of
yeah,
Bob James and Grover Washington and stuff like that, which was
yeah,
coming into Britain a lot now, and we were listening to a lot of stuff like that. Jeff Lorber, all that jazz funk stuff was killing it. And
yeah.
people here wanted to make it, but they couldn't make it sounding the same as Americans. So
No.
you'd get
Can
like,
you copy it?
yeah, you'd get like level 42. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who were
great. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
coming out, they were
yeah,
coming out with their thing. Shack Attack came out with their
yeah,
thing. Lee came out with his thing with Imagination.
yeah,
Phil Ferron came out with his thing. Then there was a few other bands that didn't actually
Yeah,
get through, but it was the makings of this scene was happening.
yeah. It's exciting times, wasn't it? I love Freeze as well. They were good.
They were classic, man. A great little band too. Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? There was so many different bands that were happening. There was Working Week or another one with Juliet
yeah,
Roberts in there as
yeah,
well, right? So as I said, loose ends were just coming. They just started
yeah,
to
yeah.
grow.
Wow. That
So
track ended on a string.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that whole period of time was just exciting because everybody was trying. Lovers Rock was beginning as well at that time, very much in the 70s, late 70s, coming into the 80s. So again, reggae was exploding as well. So there was this whole soul reggae thing happening, especially in that London, in the London area, that was exploding. It
yeah.
was, yeah, everybody wanted to do either soul or reggae, one out of the two.
Yeah, I love watching the old Top of the Pops on BBC Four on a Friday night.
Okay.
Getting all that. Because I was born in '83, so I missed out on all of this,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's funny, right? When just talking about Top of the Pops, when we did Top of the Pops, when I did Top of the Pops, I used to say I was the only artist who'd go on there and sing live. Nobody else would
Yeah,
sing live, right?
yeah.
And I'd sing live, and people would say like, "Oh, that recording was brilliant." I'm like, "No, no,
Yeah,
it
you
was
have to put them
me."
straight. Yeah, no, it's not a recording,
Yeah,
that.
it's funny. It's just pre what we have today, if you get what I'm saying, whereby when you're hearing it live, you're not sure because you've been hearing it all the time. And when the
Yeah,
person sounds like what you actually hear, it's like, no, that can't
yeah,
be right. It's got to be a bit off somewhere. And you're thinking like,
yeah,
no. And then years on, you go and see a performer like Luther Vandross or Stevie Wonder,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? You're just blown away because they're like pitch perfect and
Yeah.
notation perfect. And it's like,
Luther Vandross is one of the best male voices of all time, isn't he?
yeah, incredible voice, incredible voice. You know, people don't give Michael Jackson the credit that he should get for his voice too, and the way
Yeah,
that he used his
amazing,
voice.
yeah,
It was, yeah, incredible. Stevie Wonder, incredible.
yeah, yeah.
You know, Curtis Mayfield, incredible.
Oh,
All
yeah,
of these
yeah,
guys were like, they were coming up. I was a, Gil Scott Heroin fan as well. You know what I'm saying, for
yeah,
what he was
yeah.
saying. So it,
These are all gods, aren't they?
hmm
Yeah,
so it was like being a part of, I call it the revolution because it was the beginning of what we have today in terms
yeah.
of the different artists that we have today, the music that's being played today. I don't think a lot of the actual artists give the music that went before them, right, the kind of credence that they should do, right?
Well,
So,
you've got to have an acknowledgement of the past, haven't you? You've got to
of
know what's been
course,
before.
I
I
think that,
love all stuff from decades ago.
yeah, I think that's the thing that's missing at the present moment. There's an exhibition coming out from the V&A, which will be running from the 18th of April until the 7th of January, I think it is. But it's a
Yeah.
hundred years of black music is
Oh,
what we
nice. Yeah, yeah.
is what it is.
Oh,
So it
brilliant. Yeah.
gives you everything over 100-year period of different artists and how influential they were and how they changed.
That'd
Right?
be something to see, wouldn't it?
That's
That
incredible.
that'd be unreal. That.
That's incredible. And that starts on the 18th of the 18th of April. Right.
Yeah.
I was asked to submit something for it, which was my first glasses that I wore, and I
Yeah.
submitted it, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
cleaned it up and did everything to it, and
Oh, put them
most
in the
probably have it in
museum.
a glass cage. So that was really good.
Oh, yeah. Got to get involved because you're a part of British black music. Yeah, part of its heritage.
Well, this is it, and that was why for me. It was so nice to be asked, to be a part of it because it's like 100 years of music that's
Yeah.
been played in this country, black music, and how it's
Yeah. Yeah.
influenced all music that's coming out. So it's brilliant. I can't wait to actually go
Yeah.
to the exhibition, to be honest.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Chris Amu as well from The Real Thing.
Alice Chris,
Interviewed him. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah.
he really is a legend, mate. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You to me are everything. Great track.
Yeah.
Again,
He's
one
got
of
an
those.
amazing soul voice.
yeah, but it's one of those songs, or should I say, the three number ones that they had for the back was all of them are songs that are still getting played today.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? It's great to kind of like just know that like these artists are still getting played. Their work is still loved by
yeah,
people. It's brilliant.
yeah. Because someone's old music is the next person's new music, isn't it?
Very true.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
true.
Yeah, so the lyrics to Too Late are about, drunken violence, aren't they? So is that something that was personal to you?
That I went to Edinburgh. I was opening for Michael McDonald on a tour.
Oh, wow, God, yeah. Another one.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was opening for a tour for Michael McDonald, and we were in Edinburgh at the time of the Edinburgh Festival. So I'd come out and I'd gone walking, and I met this girl, and she was at the time, punk was happening big time. So she was a punk,
Yeah,
and I can't remember how we actually got talking and stuff, but we got talking. She took me around, right, and started showing me different things, like within Edinburgh.
yeah,
And we went somewhere and just sat down and started talking. And she told me it was her story. She was telling me about the fact that I asked her where she came from, background and stuff. And she opened up and said that, um, she, her brother and sister, she was the middle one. So her older brother, younger sister, the three of them would watch their mum be abused by their father. And their mum wanted to run away, did run away, but the father found them and brought them back and whatever and continued until one day the mother decided, I'm not taking this anymore. And at night, while he was out at the booze cabaret, she ran and took the
yeah,
kids. So she told me this story. But when we finished the tour and I came back, everybody was, we need a second single, we need a second single. And I was in my bedroom at the time and Rick James came on the radio.
yeah.
Yeah. And he had the first line of his song was, when I got home last night, like I was intoxicated. And I thought, Jesus, Jesus, yeah, 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 yeah.
Spark some inspiration.
Went off,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
went off, So I wrote, I always, too late, I always say that, like, I got this inspiration, but I don't know how I wrote it. So don't ask, don't bother
yeah,
to ask. I don't know how I came up with the lyric. All I know is that was one of the fastest songs I'd ever written. It must have been within 5, 10 minutes. Like that
yeah.
song was done and dusted,
You would have
melody,
thought it was that
lyrics.
quick because it's
I
such a
thought,
strong subject matter.
yeah. And at the time, again, at that time, nobody wanted to hear that message. Nobody wanted to hear that story. It was like,
Yeah,
if
real
you,
life stuff.
yeah, we were still in a
Yeah,
time within the UK. We were still in a time where, I suppose like today, but back then where color was still very, very, it was a problem. People
yeah,
had a problem with color. So
yeah.
to be standing up talking about abuse and men
It's
being
unheard of.
used,
Yeah,
it was too much for the record company. They and I fought
yeah,
for
yeah.
months before that record came out because they didn't want it out. They
That's a
wanted
shame,
me
isn't
to,
it? Yeah.
yeah, but they didn't have the confidence to fight for me and fight for
I
what
think it's a
you
great
know,
second single from the album.
that's what
Really
I
good
thought.
choice. Yeah, yeah,
Because it was
yeah.
like saying, right, we did Mama used to say, and we
It's
did
very
that
different to
now.
Mama used to say, isn't it?
Let's do something totally different so that people can see that it's not like just a one hit wonder
Yeah,
thing.
not just club music. That, yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah,
I thought the record company that they didn't really promote it, they didn't really do anything for it because they wanted to make a stand and wanted to
yeah,
show me that like they run things, not me. Right. But
yeah,
again, the song broke through and became
yeah,
another hit for me, right? So I'm like,
yeah,
regardless of what you're trying to do, the music is standing up. The music is saying it for itself. That was the beauty of
yeah.
Timber.
Yeah, was watching the music video to it, and you're walking around the streets, yeah, with the
Yeah,
lampposts and the phone box.
phone box and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
hey, it was, as I said, that's the song was to me. The song was the song that solidified me, made me Junior. It was the song that
yeah,
everybody who knew Junior um, knew that he did Mama Used to Say, but really liked Too Late because of the lyrics and what Too Late was
yeah,
saying. So it was lovely when Too Late came, especially in America for me.
yeah,
When Too Late came across, it was like, right, you're solidified, you're in, you know?
yeah. Did that do well in the States as well? Too late.
Yeah, I went top 10 Too Late in America.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a big
yeah,
record for me there. Yeah.
yeah. Because you won Best Newcomer with Billboard as well, and James Brown gave you the award.
Yeah, Jamie, I
That
was,
must be a career highlight.
come on, what can you say? I mean, that was an
Yeah,
incredible thing to happen. I've been, my second oldest sister used to live in America. She lived in Mississippi, and she used to send over, right, records from America.
yeah,
And gosh, I would have been what 8, 9, and she sent over a track called "Money Won't Change You" by this guy called James Brown. I'd never heard of
yeah,
James Brown,
yeah,
and it's a blue. It was on King Records, so you know how far back I'm going, right?
yeah,
Memphis Records and whatever. And I heard that song and just flipped. I couldn't have been more than 8. It was just so urgent the way the guy was
yeah,
singing the track.
yeah,
Money won't change you in it. The urgency of it, the music, everything about it. I wanted to do. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be
yeah.
that
He's the idol to a lot of
guy.
people. Michael Jackson loved him, didn't he, as well?
Him for me was like him and Jackie Wilson. Man,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
those two guys were just amazing, man.
yeah,
Absolutely amazing. You know, Rudy Tootie and all that stuff from Jackie Wilson was just sublime stuff, man. And he could
yeah.
dance. He was as good as, or even better than, James Brown.
Yeah, he had a bit of a renaissance, didn't he, in the British charts? Jackie
Yeah,
Wilson in the 80s, yeah.
yeah.
With Petite,
Would be petite, man. You know what I'm saying?
higher
But
and higher, yeah.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant artist, man. And those when I went to America and I got the award, I was just over the moon because it was
Yeah,
this is James Brown.
yeah,
This isn't some kind of guys. This
yeah.
is
Rubbing
fucking
shoulders with
royals.
royalty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was being presented to royalty as royalty,
yeah,
if you get what I'm saying. And I'm
yeah,
like, this is
yeah,
mad. This is
yeah.
mad. It was brilliant.
Oh, amazing.
The whole of that time, right, from the beginning of Mama to I'd say like the first 10 years, it was just amazing what people I met, things I did,
Yeah,
shows that it was just an amazing time.
yeah. So you were signed to Mercury Records. So did they give you a lot of support? Did they?
In the beginning, I think when there was an A&R man at the label that I was working with called Roger Rains. Roger went on to become like the head honcho of the whole of the Warner Corporation. But
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time, it, Junior was a conception of both of us in terms of how I wanted to be seen, how I wanted to do things. I didn't have a manager, so it was just me and him.
yeah,
And when we had Mama, again, it was me and him, too late, me and him. And then he pushed me to go and get management. And when I got
yeah.
management, him and management were falling out all the time. It's stupid.
Yeah,
But
was that Keith Harris? Was it
hmm,
Keith Harris? Was it that?
that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Him and Barry Marshall. It was Keith Harris and Barry
yeah,
Marshall at the time. So it was he's, this is the A&R guys said, go and get these guys. And I've got these guys. And now that I've got these guys, him and them are falling out. So I'm in the middle
yeah.
trying to make this thing work.
Can't keep the peak. Yeah, what a big personality he's about.
Yeah, but I think Roger felt that we could still have the same kind of relationship that we started out with, even with the management. Management didn't want that. Management wanted to have their relationship. So it got tricky, right, as it went along. And it became messy by the time we got to the second album,
Yeah,
right? Our relationship. And then Roger decided that he was going to move himself further up, so he went off and tried to give me a young kid called Pete Tong to be my A&R
Oh,
man.
right.
I wasn't having it, so
Yeah. Oh,
I wasn't having it. You know, I'm like, yeah, Pete Tong, you're having a
yeah.
laugh.
Well, thank God he went on to have a career anyway in his own right.
In his own right, he did very well.
Yeah.
He did very, very well in his own. But
Yeah.
yeah,
People don't know he did like A&R. Did they think he was just a DJ? But he did
no, he was at
all
he
behind the
was
scenes.
yeah, he was at Polygram, not Polygram, sorry, he was at London Records. At that time in the industry, what they were trying to do is they're trying to get DJs to come in to be A&R men because they figured that the DJs knew what music was happening. So they would have a
Easy transition kind of thing.
yeah, and it's a bit like, you know, one-upmanship. I'm able to do the
Yeah.
best dance records and because I've got the guy who knows the DJs and knows the best ones. So it was a bit like that was going on. You know, there was another DJ called Jeff Young, and Jeff went on. Jeff was at MCA, became head of A&R at MCA.
Yeah. Yeah. Another good
Um,
record label.
yeah, well, it was the other one, Lucian Grange, who everybody knows is, you know, is now the big thing in America. He came from, I think it was Polygram. He was at
Yeah.
Polydor.
Yeah.
So all of these, you know, it's like if the music isn't happening, then it's like the A&R people are up in the mix in a big way now. You know, it became for
More
me.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah,
By what you're creating. Yeah.
yeah, they're creating some stuff now.
Yeah. So there were some big names on Mercury at the time. There was like Tears for Fears, Van Morrison, Donna
Hmm.
Summer.
Hmm.
Did you ever
Yeah,
rub shoulders with any of them?
yeah. Tears for Fears and I were around at the same time. Big Country was another band that was around at the
Oh, wow.
same
Yeah.
time, and who was the other one? Stool Pigeon.
Oh, Kid Creole.
Kid Hill, he was around at the same time. We had
Yeah.
Bananarama was around at the same time, right? I
Yeah.
mean, the label, that Polygram label was the hottest label in the country at the time because everybody on it
Yeah.
was having top five hits.
Nice one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing time. It was as a
Yeah.
kid. I know it sounds like you're just going on about it, but it was an amazing time in terms of pop music, R&B music, the
Yeah.
difference, the vibe. And
Yeah.
Polygram was heading it. They were the
Yeah.
label.
Yeah. I watched a video clip of you on YouTube. I think a documentary Profile from 1985.
Uh-huh.
And you're recording A Quiet Taste, and you were trying to move away from like the club dance thing. And
Hmm.
you were saying how difficult you found it.
Hmm. Well, you've been placed in a particular area of music, right? And I was never one to be, oh, I just do this.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
always I love music, so I've always looked to do all kinds of different things within music. So it was a struggle trying to get the record company to fully grasp at that time where I was coming from. And then I was doing, I think at the same time, I'd gotten together with Phil Lynott,
yeah,
and Phil and I started writing songs and putting the project together. We were going to do a complete album and a duet album, and we've done about 5, 6 songs. And
yeah,
we took management took one of the tracks in, which was called "The Lady Just Loves to Dance," which was the one that we both felt was like that's the track. It was a great
yeah,
track, and they couldn't hear it. They turned around and said clumsy comment, which was two black guys. I mean, Phil's rock and Junior's like soul. That's not going to work, and both black. And I was like,
yeah.
oh wow, look at that,
You
right?
just dismissed it.
Dismissed it because of the color of
Yeah,
our skins. Then
that's
years on,
insane, isn't it?
yeah, then years on, what I did was I got together with Kim Wilde and we did a track called Another Step.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was very successful, wasn't it?
So what we did
Yeah,
was,
top 10 hits.
yeah. So what we did was I turned around and I said, okay, fine. What we're gonna do is everything in black and white. Do the video black and white. We do the pictures black
Yeah,
and white. Because
yeah, yeah.
Michael
Clever.
McDonald, yeah, Michael McDonald had come out with Patti LaBelle with a song called On My Own.
Yeah,
It was
no, yeah, yeah,
huge,
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
huge, but it was, you know. So we did the reverse. Instead of it being white guy, black girl, it was black guy, white girl. And
Yeah,
we were
fair
now
play.
going to do it the way that we would fashion things from an
Yeah,
English
you took
perspective.
inspiration from On My Own, yeah.
Yeah, but we wanted to put a look across that was very much English. So we went black and white, and we
Yeah,
the track wasn't a soul track; it was a pop electro track,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So again, people were like within the industry, "What's he doing now? Why won't he
yeah,
stay in his lane?"
yeah. Well, no, that's the worst thing you can do, isn't it? To
It
keep
is
churning out the same record all the time.
all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's boring, and
Yeah, you'll fall out of love with it.
yeah, you will. You fall out of love with being in the industry because it's like
Yeah,
everybody's just an expectation of do me the same, mama, do me another mama used to say, please. And I'd be like,
have the same effect with it.
it's never gonna get the same effect, never. And I just thought,
No,
you know what? To hell with that. I want to do music. I want to do different kinds of music. I want to work with different kinds of people,
yeah.
uh, and that's what I
So,
did.
so a lot of your late 80s albums, early 90s, are they more rock orientated, are they?
What my albums,
Yeah, yeah,
I would say they're a mixture because I never
yeah,
wanted to get away from. I never wanted to get away from the music that was coming out of England. I always wanted to, if possible, fuse English, Jamaican,
yeah.
American. If I could fuse that vibe together, then that was the mix that was going to be me.
An
So,
amalgamation with them, yeah,
so doing like Communication Breakdown, which was a reggae kind of rock vibe that we did on the
yeah, yeah,
second album, right? Tell Me from that second album was like an extension of Mama Used to Say. And then you get
yeah,
to the acquired taste where you realize that, like, if you're going to do this, you can't make dance records only. You're going to have to write
yeah,
some good songs and stuff. So, Look What You Done to Me was one of those songs on the album, the Acquired Taste album, that everybody pulled out. Oh my God,
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
that's a.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some gems on that. Yeah,
On that album,
yeah,
Soul Lover as well was on there.
yeah,
And that's been played a lot. There were things on there that was now showing the change in style, the change in where I wanted to take me
yeah,
that time. And then we went on from there and did Sophisticated Street, where I went to Minneapolis and spent like 6 months
yeah.
down there with Prince and The Time and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Wow, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was another immense moment in my life as well, because it was like,
yeah. I think so. Yeah,
I'd
Jimmy
met
Jam and Terry Lewis.
all of those guys.
Yeah.
I'd met Prince in London when I about 1979, 1980. He'd come to a
Oh,
club.
wow, just as he was on the cusp, eh?
He'd come to a club in London, and I was doing a PA, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was there, and I didn't think anything of it. And I saw him. We
He
said
seems quite
hi,
shy, wasn't he, in the beginning?
very shy, and we
Yeah,
said hi to one another because I'm the same kind of way. So we were both shy at the time.
yeah, yeah,
Hi, hi, and that was it.
yeah,
Well, when the following year, I think it was, or the year after that, year and a half on, Mama Used to Say broke, and
yeah,
I went on a TV program in LA. And when I finished the program, these two guys came up to me, and they were Prince's managers.
yeah, yeah.
And they said that Prince had told them about me, right, and said that they should sign me.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah,
traveling through it.
Prince was that guy.
Yeah.
He kept an
Don't be
eye
down.
on what he felt was something that was good. And I've always
He was a
appreciated
workaholic,
that.
wasn't he?
Huh?
He was a workaholic, Prince.
Yeah, yeah. 24/7. That was it.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
we had some amazing times down in Minneapolis from Jam and Lewis and Prince and myself and Monty Moore. It was incredible.
He gave Misha Paris a break as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You
I mean,
saw it in the crowds and he
he
saw
was
it
something. He
jump on
was
stage or something.
yeah, he was brilliant. They used to have a thing down in Minneapolis where every weekend these young kids would come to the studio with songs that they'd written.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
these artists like myself and Prince and Monty and Jam and Lewis, we'd buy the songs. So you remember that Happy Monday song? Just another happy Monday.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
Prince, right?
yeah, yeah,
And Walk Like an Egyptian. That was another track that people he had bought from a young kid who came to the studio.
yeah. Because he wrote all these songs and gave them away to other artists, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he was brilliant that way. He'd buy these songs, do them, and then get somebody in and get them to sing it and do it in the way
Yeah,
that he heard it. He was fantastic.
yeah. I've
Fantastic.
got the album that he released the posthumous album of
Right.
his versions of songs he gave to Sheila E.
Yeah,
like that.
because
And
she's done. I did a track for her as well, Sheila E. You know, not Sheila Easton. Sorry, I did a track for her, which during a period of time that he was working with her as
yeah,
well. As I said, it was an amazing period.
yeah, brilliant. So you collaborated with Richard on his solo album as well, on a
Yeah,
track called "Close to You."
yeah.
So what was it like being in the studio with him?
Mac is a nutter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We had a good time
Very
in there.
sensible then.
No, not very sensible at all. Right,
No,
but
no.
very talented though. Very
Yeah.
talented. That's some
Did you give him
wonderful.
any pointers for his music career?
Well, I did, but he didn't take them. He's an
Yeah.
hard head. So he
That's a
went
nice
back to
track,
comedy.
"Close to You." Yeah,
Sorry?
it's a nice track, "Close to You," isn't it?
Thank you. Thank you. We had a good time doing that track as well. Myself, my partner at the time, he passed a good 10 years now, right? Wayne Brown. But we had a really, really good time making that record. We had a studio,
Yeah,
I had my own studio up in Harlesden at the time.
yeah,
So we could do everything ourselves pretty much in terms of
yeah,
recording. So we get loads of young up and coming artists and try and develop them and stuff like that. We did a lot of that during that period of time. So Richard was a
yeah,
nice kind of going away from being serious about music into doing
yeah.
stuff that that you're gonna laugh. You listen to his rubbish, it is like this guy's mad. He's crazy. He's saying
I
stuff.
bought his solo album. I had it on compact disc. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh right, yeah,
there's
it was
tracks on it.
compact
Yeah,
disc. Yeah.
yeah, some good tracks on there.
Yeah. I liked it. I mean the 1, 2, 3, 4 get with the wicked. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that
great.
was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good little track as well.
yeah. Feel
You
good
know.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a few good tracks on there, I've got to say.
Did he come to you and say he wanted to do a version of "Mama Used to Say"?
Yeah, it was he came to me asking if I would get involved with his career from a musical standpoint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I said, no problem, but we need to have something that jumps out. And he
yeah.
said, why don't we do Mummy Used to Say? And I
Yeah.
was
So he
like,
was a big fan of the track. Yeah,
yeah. So I said, like, why not? So we got together with Mickey P and another guy, I can't remember his name right now, but the two of them, we put together a rhythm track that we just thought would bounce with Richard's personality,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know. And we added Mama Used to Say now on the downbeat of it as well, which just
yeah.
kind of just kicked in. It made it fun to do. The video was great, seeing him as a kid with the
Yeah,
glasses
the
and
video
stuff.
was funny, wasn't it? Yeah,
It was very
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
You know what I
Did he
mean?
not
So,
invite you to be in the video?
hey,
Did he not ask you to be in the video as well?
no, I was at the session when they were doing the video because by that time it ended up that I was managing him, so I didn't want to be in the video. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah, it's
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
No, behind the camera, yeah.
Behind the camera, that's where I was.
Because he was like an 80s style, didn't he? And all that in the video. And
It went right
yeah,
back.
the square hair, didn't he?
Remember
And
with the
yeah,
glasses and stuff,
pushing
right?
the car, wasn't he? With his girlfriend.
With a girlfriend in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That
was a
was a
good video.
successful single for Richard, wasn't it? From
Number
what I
three.
can remember. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it went to number 3 in the charts. It was a big record
Pretty
for
good,
him.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big, it was a good record for him in terms of being an artist and in terms of production for me. It was fantastic because it was like, the
Yeah.
biggest record that I'd been involved in outside of my own,
Oh,
right?
so you produced Man Who the Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
So,
excellent, yeah.
you know what I mean? So it was a bit like, wow, That's why I'm saying my career has been incredible because it's been like I've been able to do the music, been able to
Yeah,
produce the music, and
yeah,
have success with both. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
giving thanks. It's been good.
Yeah, so I read you were a backing vocalist for Lynx. Is that
That's
true?
right.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
'Cause that's how the whole thing kind of leapt out. I had done a track which went, I'd done a track called Get Up and Dance, Hot Up and Heated, which went out in France.
Yeah,
The record went to #1 in the France in the French charts, but I didn't know.
yeah,
When I was doing Mama Used to Say, I got a phone call from a guy called Freshwater, who was David Grant and Sketch's manager.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Freshie asked if I'd join the band. So they're going on tour, they're putting a band together. I'd like you to join the band. So I thought,
yeah.
why not? You know what I'm saying? Why
You
not?
joined them for the tour, yeah,
It's another chance to kind of like learn
yeah,
about this industry that I want to get into. So
yeah,
I joined the band 79, I think it was, and then they did the second album, which had a throwaway the key, I think, and This Is
yeah,
Romance on it. And
yeah. Are you on those two Lynx albums? Are you?
no, I didn't sing on any of the albums. I only did.
Yeah,
I came in when it came to doing live. That's when
on
I joined
live.
the
Yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Yeah,
joined
so
the
I've got
band.
those two Lynx albums,
Yeah, they were. That's,
Intuition and Go
that's
Ahead.
right.
I think the
Yeah,
second one.
you know. So those albums made Lynx the biggest band in the country when we were going out on tour. So
Yeah, yeah,
we did the whole country, and then we did what's that? We did a week at the Dominion in Leicester
yeah,
Square,
yeah, yeah,
and we
yeah,
would do 2 shows a night, which would be one during the day and then one in the evening.
yeah.
Like it was
The
amazing.
matinee show. Yeah,
Yeah, and it was like
yeah,
the first time anybody had done that at that time at the Dominion, 2 shows every day for a week and sold
yeah.
out. So links were
Oh,
huge.
brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah, links were huge during that period of time.
yeah.
Mm.
They've announced the Reforming, aren't they? New
Yeah,
shows, Links, New London show.
yeah, New London shows with them, which will be interesting. You know what I mean? Because I work with
Yeah,
David, as I said, so that's cool. But
yeah.
I've not seen him and Sketch together, so
No, no.
it'd be nice to go and watch them play.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to David because he's a Liverpool fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the best of us are. Yeah,
I'll have to give him a shout and ask him if he'd be up for it.
yeah. Yeah, I spoke to Mark Letts and he said he went for a drink with yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I had a Zoom call with him the other week. Yeah,
How is he?
bounced a few ideas. Yeah, he's great. Yeah,
Yeah, Mark's cool. Mark is cool.
he's telling me about his radio show he's on.
I didn't know he had one.
Well, he does like an 80s one. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes. He does. That's right. Because I've done 2 shows with him so far. Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and both of them were pop though. He didn't have soul shows; they were out and out pop shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, oh, I've got an opening for you if you want to do your own radio show. And I said, oh, no, I haven't got a laptop or anything. I've just got a phone. So, no, we won't be able to do that. I haven't got the kit for all that yet, unfortunately.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
But anything to do with music, really, because
Hmm.
I'm big in the music journalism at the moment.
Hmm.
I'm promoting artists. So I've interviewed quite a few big names like Kenny Thomas,
Nice.
Tasman Archer, DC Lee,
Okay.
Carol Decker. I spoke
Nice.
to a few legends, yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, Steve Norman as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Steve. I know it sounds terrible. I thought Steve had passed. I thought it was who was it that passed? One of the I heard of Spandau Ballet. Was it the drummer that passed?
Oh, I don't know. No, not
I
sure.
have to try and find out because I thought one of them had passed. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I don't think
Steve.
it was anyone from Spandau. No, might have been
Okay,
like a similar band or something.
could be, could be.
Yeah. So, what was your own experience at Top of the Pops like? Because it seemed like one big party in the early 80s.
I think it was, to be
Yeah,
honest. Yeah, Top of the Pops was like, you go, you would have to re-record your track. I don't know why they ever did this. You had to go back and you had to re-record your track in a day,
yeah,
which most probably
yeah,
took you like 2 weeks, 2 months to do. You've got to redo it within a day, and then you've got to give them this redone tape of your song, and then you'd have 3 rehearsals so that they could
yeah,
get their camera angles and stuff like that right, and then it would run like it was a show. But
yeah.
so they didn't actually stop in between and say like, "Oh, stop! You need to do that." They'd run, and
Because it
next
was
one
pretty
would run.
regimented, wasn't it? In the 70s, it was pretty strict, wasn't it?
Mm,
I think it was
very.
only in the 80s it had a bit of a shake-up, didn't it?
But
Someone else must have took control of it.
I think so. But I think also with Top of the Pops, I think Top of the Pops was such an institution at the time.
Yeah, well, not
Like
half. Yeah, yeah.
everybody, in the country on a Thursday, 7 o'clock, that was
Half
it.
seven, 7 o'clock. Yeah,
That was it. Top of the
yeah,
Pops was the show.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
they were strict about how it was done, but then they were getting 20 million people watching. Do you know?
Yeah,
And even when they took it off and they said, times have changed and this, that, and Antara,
yeah.
it was such
People
a
still
shame.
long for it, don't they?
Yeah, it was a shame because it really was part of that
Culture, British culture.
British culture. It was part of the whole thing. It submerged itself within it. And to take it off, which they did, and they've not found anything to replace it.
No, no. Even taking MTV off the other
Yeah,
month
yeah.
was a travesty, wasn't it?
It's a travesty again. You're taking off all of these music programs, right, where the kids
Yeah,
were actually locked in. Do you know?
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
and even your mum and dad were locked into Top of the Pops. Do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah.
mean? You know, so it's
Just
a bit.
social media now. That's the only the way to get noticed, isn't it? And
This is
you're
true.
competing with thousands and thousands of other people.
Very true. Very true.
I feel like I'm competing with thousands and thousands of music journalists.
Well, you would
Yeah,
do. Listen. I'm dealing with the AI artists now, right?
yeah.
So
Oh
you have to.
God, yeah,
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
The AI's taken over.
the AI is looking. And then as I said,
Yeah,
the kids don't know the difference. So I
yeah.
advocated the other day for there to be two charts: a human chart and an AI chart.
That I could see that happening, Junior. Yeah,
But
to be
it did.
honest.
It happened
Yeah,
I was going on about it, and then I read that in America, that's what they're doing. They're going to do the two charts, AI and the human chart. And I think that's based off of the fact that the number one country and western song last year, I can't remember the guy's name, was an AI
yeah.
artist.
Oh
And
wow.
nobody would have
Yeah.
believed that
Didn't
an
know that.
AI artist would be number one in the country and western charts. It's like there's no way possible. But it's happened. And I
That
think
shows the power of it, doesn't it? Hey,
off of the basis of that, some bright spark
yeah,
in one of the record companies must have said, listen, if we don't split this,
yeah.
right,
It's going to
it's
cause confusion for the listener, isn't it?
totally total, So hopefully they'll do the same thing here, maybe
Yeah,
this year. I'd like to
yeah.
think they could do that.
Possibly. So on Spotify, it's only your first album that's available, isn't it? Do
Yeah,
you plan to release the rest of your back catalogue on there?
no,
No,
no, not at all.
got no
Spotify don't
interest?
pay. Spotify
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
pay, right? And I don't see the sense in Spotify. I think it's taken away from musicians. It's watered down our art form. It's made it that
yeah,
we're a $10, as the Americans would say.
yeah,
We're just $10. You pay your money to
yeah.
Spotify.
You
You
get
can get
paid like
free of our
zero point
stuff.
zero 0.07 pence a
Yeah,
stream, don't you?
pence a
Something
stream. So
daft. Yeah,
it makes no sense. When I speak to a young kid and he's telling me I've got 5 million streams, and I'm like, how much do you get paid? Well, I got paid like 1,500
nothing.
pounds,
Peanuts. Yeah,
peanuts. And
yeah,
then you turn and
yeah,
you say to them, I sold, not got played, I sold 1 million records, right?
yeah.
So how much do you reckon I got paid? right? At 25%, at 25 cents per track, that hit me up. How much do you reckon, right? So
Yeah,
my
not a
thing
lot.
sold, my
Yeah,
thing sold, yours got played, right? And off of it
yeah,
being played, they're giving you what they think they want to give you. They're
yeah.
not giving you what you should get. And to me, I'd rather sell a record than get played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rather sell a physical copy like a vinyl.
Yeah, I'd rather sell a record than get played because if I'm selling the
Yeah,
record, you're going to come to my gig. But
yeah.
if,
It's an
if I'm
investment, isn't it, when you buy a physical copy? Yeah,
you're part of that. When you buy that copy, it's like you're in. You've been
yeah,
sold this thing and you're
yeah,
in.
yeah. In the club,
And
yeah,
you want to go and see that actor now. You want to read up on that
yeah,
actor now. You want to know
yeah. Read the
that.
liner notes. Yeah,
Thank you. So in the nowadays, my record comes up against a bunch of 1 million other records, right?
yeah,
And if I get 60 to 100, I think it was 120,000 plays a week, I would get on Mama Used to Say. And when I looked, I was getting maybe like what £100, maybe £120, maybe.
yeah.
So to me, it's like it's a waste of time. So I
What's
stopped
the
it.
point? Yeah,
Yeah. So I stopped it. I just like
yeah.
they the record company put the first album up there and then wanted to put the rest, but they had to ask for my permission to be able to do that.
Yeah, you
I
put the
said
blockers
no.
on it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I said no, 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 no. Makes no. I'm not going to allow these people to continue to make money off of artists just like
yeah,
that and not pay us.
yeah.
That's what they're doing.
So, any other streaming services better, or they all the same? Do you think?
I think most of them are all the same. If you look at the different ones that there are, Discotech and there's a few others that are
Apple
now
Music.
coming through. Yeah, they're now
Yeah,
coming through, and they're saying that they want to pay the artists better and
yeah,
they want to do things in a more streamlined way that makes sense to the
yeah,
artist, i.e. some are saying that they want to go 50-50 with the artist, which, to be quite honest, I don't see why you should get more than 10-15%, because what you're
yeah.
actually doing is you're not even distributing vinyls anymore. You're not distributing,
No,
you're not distributing CDs.
yeah. Just put it there for a click of a button, aren't you? Click of a
Thank
screen.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
So to me, it's a bit like, why am I paying you 50% to click a
yeah,
button?
yeah,
What have you done, or what are you going to do, other than push it out to all? CD Baby used to do the same
yeah,
thing. You just shift it, you give it to CD Baby, they shift it out to all of their contacts around the place, and if somebody buys it, they buy it. If not, it stays on the shelf. The
yeah.
same thing,
Okay.
but the only difference was with CD Baby, right? You would get paid for your CD. So do you know what I
Yeah.
mean, right?
Bit
Whereas,
more profit from it.
yeah, whereas with AI and with how the industry is going at the present moment in time, you're not getting paid.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
you're
They expect you to work for nothing, don't they?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of artists out there who have put stuff out. Record companies have backed it. The artist then
yeah,
goes into owing money to the labels. The
yeah,
label then turns around and stops you from being able to do various things. So
yeah.
they mess up your career because
This
they've
is
lost.
why a lot of artists are independent now, isn't it? They do everything themselves.
Yeah, but you got to. It's that
Yeah,
era now. It's not the era of record companies. It's the area of independence, right?
yeah,
And if they do go with a record company, then they are
yeah,
directing how they see what they're doing,
yeah,
where they want it to go, how they want it to be. They will have
yeah,
their people who will work with the record company.
yeah.
Record companies aren't what they used to be.
No, no. They
You
died
know,
off, kind of.
yeah,
You can
that's
still have a
dead.
successful album, independent, can't you?
Of
Still
course you
make the
can.
top 20, yeah.
Yeah, but I think most artists out there, especially the new ones, who built up some fan base,
Yeah,
right, by
some
playing some
momentum,
dates
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, if you can imagine what if it's you sell 10,000 records in today's marketplace as a independent act, even if you want to sell them at £3 a pop, it's free.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, so
Yeah.
you start seeing it differently because you start realizing that, like, whereas the record company wants you to sell millions, so they'll put in two, 300,000, 400,000. For you to recoup that money,
Yeah.
right, you would have to be selling 1 million plus to be able to recoup it.
Yeah. They
You're not
put all these
selling a million
targets that you've got to achieve, and that's pressure in itself, isn't it?
exactly. And you're not going to sell back the amount of records in the climate that we live in because people don't buy music in the way that they used to. They do the
It's tragic,
Spotify.
isn't it? That
It's
breaks my
tragic.
heart, that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, it's been a fight, an ongoing fight for me because it's been something that I've been talking about for years. And to see it to come to fruition and realize that, like, what you were saying is now here. And you are watching artists who can be incredibly successful not make it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you realize that, like, you're trying to tell the new ones that are coming in when you speak to them, go
Yeah.
independent, do it yourself, put
Yeah.
it on your website, alert the people who come to your site that you've got a new project out there.
Yeah. That can be a lot of work in itself, though, can't it?
Yeah, but then you like anything, if you want it, you're going to work for it. If you
Yeah.
don't want it, you've got those people who like to sit back and allow other people to work and do it and then say it's me. And then you've got those people who like to go out there and get dirty and muddy and
Yeah.
everything
But the
else.
grafting, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
grafters, right?
Yeah.
Well, in today's music industry, you've got to be a grafter.
Yeah. That's what I do. I do a 9 to 5 job, and then I come home and do about 2, 3 hours music in the house. Yeah.
You've got to graft, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
easy because it's not
No, no,
easy.
not at all. No.
But
Every,
if you can
yeah.
graft and if you can get that ethos to a way of
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
working and living, you'll go clear because you
Yeah.
know you must have your ups and you must have your downs,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
So your
If it's
ethos,
easy, it wouldn't be worthwhile, would it? If it was easy.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and that's you know what the youngsters have to understand who are coming in is that that's the ethos that they have to have. They've got to be
Yeah. Yeah.
grafters. They've
Yeah.
got to look at their music and say, right, how can I get this into a film? How can I get this
Yeah.
into an advert? How can I get this? You start looking at the various areas because your publisher
Yeah.
doesn't do that anymore. Your
Yeah.
publisher just wants to publish the song and make his money.
Yeah.
In the olden days, back in the olden days, the publisher was
Yeah.
at the end. In my era, they had just come to the end of actually placing songs. It was a rare thing for a publisher to place
Yeah.
a song. Whereas before my time, I would say maybe 10 years before my time,
Yeah.
everything was the publisher placing a song with somebody. You would write the song, the publisher would then say, oh, that'd be great for that artist, great for, and they would try and give that artist your song and place the
Yeah.
song. When I came around, that was beginning to fade off. So you, the artist, would place the song. You'd know an
Yeah.
artist, right? And you'd write a song, and I said, this would be good for you. And that artist would take that song and they'd sing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it was during my period of time because as I said, the publishers didn't do that anymore. Well, now we're in another area of time
Yeah.
whereby the record company isn't pushing your record like that. He's
You've
looking
got to do that personally, haven't you? Most of the time.
exactly, and also he's looking at the fact that how many people are watching you. How many people have you got on your Spotify? Not
Yeah.
Spotify, sorry, your Facebook,
All
your
the
Instagram,
analytics,
your
isn't it?
TikTok. You
Yeah.
know,
Your reach. Yeah.
yeah, they want to know what your reach is. How far are you
Yeah.
going in? Who,
Yeah.
and they base what they're going to pay you financially if you're going to
Yeah.
sign to the label. It's now based on that. So if you've got, like, say, you reckon you've got 10 million people, right, who
Yeah.
watch you, or that's the reach that you've got.
Yeah.
So to break that down to say you might get 60 out of your 10 million, you might get 60,000 people that buy your actual music,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're looking then at how much would it cost for me to put that album together, right? Market it, promote it, right? Because remember, I'm only going to sell 60,000 copies. I might sell,
Yeah.
I'll sell
Well, there's a hell of a
600.
lot to think about, isn't it?
Exactly. So they're paying over the odds for something that won't sell over the odds. So the
Yeah.
artist will always be in debt, right?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
will then
It's a
tell
crying
you
shame, isn't it?
it is. It
Yeah.
really is. Because as I
Yeah.
said, I tell people I'm now at the end of my career and enjoying this last ride of my career. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you see kids coming in and they're knocking their heads against the wall, right, trying to
Yeah.
figure out why is it that I can't
Why they're
sell?
not making it? Yeah.
Why am I not making it? Why is so and so making it?
It's just pure luck, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's got nothing to
Yeah.
do. It's more to do with who you know,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
saying goes,
Yeah.
right? Than
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is about what you know and what you can do, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in this industry long enough to have seen artists who have no talent that have had major
Number one
success,
hits. Yeah. Yeah.
major
Yeah.
success, right?
Yeah. Don't mention any names.
I won't. That's it because of their
Yeah.
managers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of their managers who know the MD of the record label, who know
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
lawyer that runs the record label, who knows, and all of a sudden you see these guys and they're huge, and you sit there and you're crossing your arms,
Yeah.
and you're trying to
Yeah.
wonder how did that get through? You know,
Yeah.
one of those. But
Well,
that's
just
the
make sure the Funk Soul Brothers album gets released on vinyl when it comes
yes,
out.
it will. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to be on vinyl. It's going to be on CD. We're going to drop the CDs first, and then we're going to come
Yeah.
with vinyl. Yeah, we're coming to vinyl around about, I think it's July. Comes out April, May, June. Yeah, be about July. We'll drop
Yeah.
that.
So the album's more or less complete. Yeah.
Yeah, complete. It's all complete now. The Funk Soul Brothers album, that's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Great
excited. I'm
stuff.
excited. It should
Yeah.
be.
Is there going to be a single drop as well soon?
Yes, they will be. The single will come out just before, so the single will be. I think it's the last week of March. Hey, that
Yeah.
single will be
Well, I
out.
look forward to that, mate. Yeah.
Oh
Brilliant.
yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm well chuffed about that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched a the video of a track you did, and I think you're in France or
Oh,
something in the video. Yeah.
that was the last single that I did. Yes,
Yeah. Nice
right.
track that.
Sweet Tender Love. Thank you,
Yeah. 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 It's
thank
good
you.
that.
That
Yeah.
record did really well in France for me. You know,
Yeah.
again, yeah, it's mad. You have certain countries that you put your record out and nobody will play it, and then you get like somewhere like France and everybody's playing it. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Sweet Tender Love is
yeah.
one.
Hit number one in Holland or somewhere. You can take off in any country, can't you?
Yeah, well, this is it. This is
Yeah.
it now. You know what I'm saying? You can, and as I said, because it's independent, right? You're laughing once you've made people know that it's there and where they can go to get it. And if you can
Yeah.
get some airplay on it so they get the chance to hear it, right? Or they can come up on your site and play a bit of it so that they can hear it. That's what
Yeah.
you're after.
Yeah.
You know, you
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, you can build your audience and build your whole thing from that, right? You know, I'm not. I'm fortunate again because people know me because it's mummy used to say junior and whatever else. So I can
Yeah.
put something up and spread it and
Yeah.
sell. So I don't
People recognize the name.
so I don't need a record
Yeah.
company. But when you're
Yeah.
young, you want a record company because you want to be on TV, you want to be on
Yeah.
this, and you want to be on
Yeah.
YouTube and the right.
Spread the word.
Exactly, exactly.
So you must have met a lot of people in the music industry. So who would you say your closest friends are?
Wow, Monty's one, Monty Moore from the time, Stevie Wonder's one. Who else would I say? Close friends. Omar Donny, Lee John, Errol, Carl from Loose Ends, Jane from Loose Ends. I think
Yeah.
a lot of my era, I think a lot of it is my friends are all people who we all worked together, grew up together, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know,
Socialised.
socialized together, and
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I would say those people are pretty much the closest to me in terms of
Yeah.
musicians and people I know.
Yeah. It's great that you're still so active, Junior. You've got these projects still
Yeah,
ongoing.
it's great, man. It's
Yeah.
great. If you had said to me 40 years ago that I would still be doing this
Yeah.
40 years on, I would
Yeah.
still be doing things like this and having interviews. I would
Yeah.
still be playing live
Yeah.
band, doing piano. I would have said, you're, excuse my language, you're fucking
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's still a big demand for 80s nostalgia, isn't there?
That's the beauty. I mean, as I said, I would have never thought that like artists like myself. I know David and 𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚒 are going out doing some dates together. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
look at this. You know, Baby D, I saw the other day, she was out doing something and we did it together with Errol Reed, right, from China Black. So, and all of these
Yeah.
artists, you just, I'm, I'm not amazed that they're still around because that's not true. I'm not amazed because they're great artists.
They're great artists.
Yeah, they're great artists. I'm not amazed. I'm more amazed, if anything, at the fact that like we can still do this
Yeah.
after
People still
all
want to
this
listen to them.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
after
all these
all this
years.
time,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
still have people come out to want to see you. I still
Yeah.
find all that amazing.
Buy tickets to the shows. Yeah.
Yeah, I really find that amazing and so pleasing and gratifying. It's fantastic. It
Yeah.
really is. It's
Yeah. Music's timeless, isn't it?
mm. And that's what it's shown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love old music, and I love well, when I say old music, going back to 70s and 60s, I
Yeah.
love them that kind of that vibe of music.
Yeah.
So
Now
you know,
the 80s is old music, isn't it?
yeah, it's all. You look at the music that most of these kids are playing. It's tracks from the 80s, right? That
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
sampled, taken a piece
Yeah.
of, and
Sampling. Yeah.
yeah, and chopped it up a bit, right?
Yeah.
So you know that the era that you came from was incredibly influential,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
why people still come out. You
Yeah.
know, it's mad, and I say it all the time, but
Yeah.
it's so pleasing when you can
Very
see,
humbling. Yeah. Humbling
yeah, very
experience.
much so.
Yeah.
Most of most acts, pop, black music, anyone, if they've been in this industry over 20 years and have been able to continually do what they do in this industry,
Yeah.
right, are humbled by
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
industry. Just the mere fact that you can
Makes it
still,
all worthwhile.
oh,
You don't have to be selling astronomical numbers, but
oh yes,
fans
that's the thing.
appreciate you still.
You know what I mean? People still, your music still affects them in a way whereby they still feel when you play. They still feel that feeling that they had at 21, 16, 15 when you
Yeah.
played that song. And
Yeah.
that smile when they were 15, 16 that they had for that song.
Yeah.
40, 50 years old, 60 years
Yeah.
old. You look at them and they're doing exactly the same smile, right? The
Yeah.
face just lights up. That's what you
Beautiful
do.
thing, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
Beautiful thing to be able
It's
to do.
lovely.
It's incredible to be able to do that to people, and you can. That's why I said being on stage is the ultimate. You can see the reaction to what
Yeah.
you've done,
Yeah.
right?
I'll keep an eye out
People are
for more
singing
dates,
along.
Junior. Yeah. Some tour dates. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, when people are singing along,
Yeah.
and you can see their faces, and you stop singing, and they're all singing, and you come back, and you still
Yeah.
start, and then you start again, and it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
party. It's you and some people that you've never met before in your
Yeah.
entire life, and now just gonna get down one night, and
Yeah.
you know,
Then
you
you wish you
just,
could bottle it up, couldn't you?
you know,
Bottle up
yeah.
that feeling.
But it's a brilliant feeling though, because you a lot of the time you play if you play huge venues, which I did at one stage,
Yeah.
you might know one and two people at the front who you may know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's 9,997 people you don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're now going to turn around and you're going to go to party with them. We're now going to this
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
right? And you're the guy who's leading the party. So
Yeah,
you're the
yeah,
guy
yeah,
who's going to hype them. You're
yeah.
the guy who's going to get
You're like the
everyone.
conductor
It's
per se,
brilliant.
aren't you? Yeah.
It's, and that's
Conductor
why
of
I
the
said,
orchestra.
yeah, you lose yourself. You just, once you're
Yeah,
there, you lose yourself because you're captivated by the people that you're playing to. It's wonderful.
yeah, yeah. Brilliant, mate. Well, thanks for your time, Junior.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch this back and maybe put the best bits on the socials. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah. I'll send it to you first. I'll take a few clips out and maybe we can collaborate on Instagram.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and I'll do
Yeah.
like a written version of it as well because I'm pretty good at them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Interesting
I'll
to
watch
see
this
how you
back and
cut it.
I'll be in touch with you, mate. Yeah.
No problem, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you your flowers, mate.
Thank you very much, Jay.
Yeah, yeah, it's been lovely.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
Junior. Have a good weekend, mate.
You too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Take
take
care.
care. All the
All
best,
the
mate.
best,
All
mate.
the best.
See you, pal.
Take care.
Thanks, mate.